Hello, YouTube and Sierra Chart community. This video is for you. We're going to talk about software that lets you develop, test, and execute any of your trading strategies and do so without having to learn to code. Many recording hours later and significant hair loss since the beginning of this video, as you can tell, the best way I came up to show you what Octopi can actually do for you is to run you through my process, what concepts I use to develop my algos, and how the tooling that we've developed helps achieving profitability and may help you do the same. So let's dive in. Concepts, let's talk about them. This is really a 30,000 foot view of algo trading. Most of you are going to be familiar. This is not a lesson on how to algo trade. This is simply to establish a baseline of understanding of what it is that I do and tooling that exists for that purpose, so you can make a call for yourself whether this is something that will be helpful. So let's chat. As a P&L graph, dollars versus number of trades, super simple. I'll sketch what I'm after. And that is simply, if we have a strategy A that does something like this, and we have a strategy B that does something like this, similar but at different times, the result P&L would look something like this. Very smooth, very 45 degrees, and very much what we want. So we're able to combine profits and negate losses all at the same time. Now, this being an idealistic concept sketch, we're not going to achieve this in real life, but we will get pretty close, and I'll show you that in the interface itself. Merging from concepts to reality, this is what a graph may look like for you. What you're looking at is a combination of different strategies, which are actually in reality two moving average crossover strategies and the combined P&L line. This really is the final goal, the result, and what we use to evaluate the success of our strategies and whether they actually mesh together or not. But this is one of the tools that we've developed. Here, if I move over a little bit, you can tick and untick the boxes of different strategies that you've replayed to see how it affects the combined P&L. Once you come up with a good combination of what you think should be ran, you then obviously take it out of sample and see how it does there. But to get to this point, let me show you the interface. The interface and a little bit about my approach to using it. I'll talk to you about both. So everything starts with an idea. You can get that from replaying price. You can get that from YouTube. You can get that from Twitter. It really doesn't matter. Ideas have to be describable. We have to be able to put all the rules around execution around this idea, obviously. But once we do, we head on over to Sierra and we can configure everything that we need to have. All of our studies, including ours, Octopi trading system. We set our chart parameters, time frames, instrument that we're trading, the market, and we click the export button. Once we did, everything that we've configured gets lifted and put into the interface that we ultimately use to configure the strategy. Now remember, I'm not a programmer, never was, even though I went to school for some reason. I only know concepts. I don't use them and I don't have to use them. This tool is written entirely for people that just want to make strategies using mouse and keyboard, point and click. Simple is the idea. But we do make it flexible enough to where you'll find fields that'll allow you to use all the information that we've already piped in for you and allow you to write your own functions. If that's what you're into, you can do that. But for the rest of us, Octopi Trader is written to operate with multiple CR chart instances because we trade futures in the the whole concept of what we're discussing is combining strategies. So obviously, this is a multi-instance capable tool. We can configure instances individually, or we can configure something and then spread the configuration across multiple groups and areas where that fits. Whichever market fits gets that configuration, then we can test it. And then the rest are building blocks for making our strategy come to life. I'm not going to cover them in this video. There's going to be a series dedicated to usage tutorials. But generally speaking, this is the interface. So once we came up with a strategy, we go back to Sierra. And personally, what I like to do is I go to tick-by-tick replay, which is something that can be used at just about any speed. And we verify the mechanics of what we've created. First step, just make sure that what we've done replays exactly how we've designed for it to replay. Once that's done, I actually go away from tick-by-tick replay and I go to bar-based replay. Both are capabilities of Sierra. This is not something that we've done. This is a base platform. So all credit to Sierra. The difference is tick-by-tick replay, while being a lot more accurate, takes a lot longer. So bar-based replay does make some assumptions as to where price went, but it lets us very quickly validate or invalidate our ideas, see if the semi-valid ideas mesh with others, and basically answers the question of, is this a worthy strategy to pursue? So that done, we go back. Once we combine all the strategies, we go back to actually tick-by-tick testing, because that, to me, is the ultimate source of truth. Once done, we run our strategy on live market data as it comes, and if it proves to do loosely what it's been doing for us in testing, then it gets added to our existing portfolio of algorithms. And that's essentially, if you were to run through my process really quickly, that is it. The tooling is, again, Sierra chart, Octopi Trader. We have the graphing piece. And in the following series of tutorials, I will teach you everything about using it. I do hope this video was able to showcase the capabilities of Octopi Trader and how it may help you create a portfolio of algos for yourself. If you're interested, below you'll find a link to our website with 30-day free trial, as well as a support email link for any questions you may need answered getting started.